Hello friends, welcome to the channel. I am Poonam Dua from MN Education Academy of Literature, and today we will cover an important literary criticism, that is Marxist criticism. Please do not forget to share and subscribe the channel. You can also contact us to join our online or offline classes. Criticism is a kind of analysis of anything, and Marxist criticism views literary work as reflections of the social institutions from which they originate. And it also includes analyzing the class constructions, class difference demonstrated in the literature. We are studying Marxist criticism, so it is advisable to know who was Karl Marx first. He was the foundational thinker of sociology and a German philosopher. Marx was focused on the relationship between workers and the economy and began to study society. Born 1818, died 1883. In the 19th century, a German philosopher named Karl Marx, whom I have just introduced, began exploring the relationship between economy and the workers within that economy, that system. And over his lifetime, he developed a theory that human societies progress through a struggle between two distinct social classes. These classes are specifically the capital people, the capitalists, and the labor class. We can use two fancy words here, the proletariat and bourgeoisie. The proletariat, the workers, are the lower class, they perform the labor, but the upper class, managers, bosses, rulers, are called bourgeoisie, who gets the profit, and in the system which becomes known as Marxism. Karl Marx का मानना था कि class system and the large gap between the rich and poor would be bridged by the removal of capitalism and returning the means of production to lower and middle class people. तो profit का एक बहुत बड़ा हिस्सा lower और middle class लोगों को मिलना चाहिए as per Karl Marx, and this would lead to a classless society जिसमें कोई भी upper class, lower class, middle class जैसी terms ही नहीं होंगी. So Marxism in literature also relates to class difference, economic and otherwise, as well as implications and complications of the capital system. It attempts to reveal the way in which our socio-economic system is the ultimate source of our experience. Our economy is everything which makes a person experience good or bad things. हमने अब व्यू पॉइंट्स देख लिए. नाउ लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज एक्चुअली मार्क्सिस्ट क्रिटिसिज्म. when you read a piece of literature, specifically today we are talking about literature, तो जब भी आप कुछ पढ़ते हैं, कोई स्टोरी, कोई नॉवल, कोई ड्रामा, you are not just reading a story but you are getting a glimpse into the culture of that time, glimpse into the society of that time. So a question arises in your mind, what is society like? Is it like your society? Is it rich or powerful? Is it poor society, or what kind of society it is? And what even inspired the author to create this society in the first place? Author के दिमाग में ऐसा क्या आया कि इस तरीके की society author ने create की? So there are all sorts of questions asked in Marxist criticism which review a work of literature in terms of the society it presents. तो जब भी हम किसी literature को इंक्वायर करते हैं, क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं उसके सोसाइटल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, उसके क्लास पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, देन इट ऑटोमेटिकली बिकम मार्क्सिस्ट क्रिटिसिज्म. So in short, I will say Marxist criticism is interested in the society created by the author in piece of that particular literature that we are reading. Now I will try to make you understand with the help of an example. I am taking example of a very famous novel by American author F. Scott Fitzgerald that follows a multiple number of characters living in a fictional town of West Egg and East Egg, and this novel specifically portrays the society and societal implications. So I hope most of you are acquainted with the story. Those who are not, for them I'm describing the plot in brief. There is the protagonist who is in habit of throwing lavish parties in hope of getting back his long lost love Daisy, who at present is married to a character named Tom. अगर हम इस नॉवल को सिंपल टर्म्स में मार्क्सिस्ट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखें तो इसमें वेल्दी क्लास है और लोअर क्लास है। वेल्दी क्लास में सब वेल्दी मेंबर्स दिखाए गए हैं ऑफ कोर्स, जो कि कुछ खास काम नहीं करते हैं। दे स्पेंड मच ऑफ देयर टाइम एट लेजर्स एंड देयर आर सम माइनर कैरेक्टर्स हु आर लेस वेल्दी एंड दे रियली हैव टू वर्क हार्ड टू अर्न देयर ब्रेड एंड बटर। So let us know first about Tom and Daisy. Tom and Daisy are never shown to be work, and Tom is said to be extraordinarily rich. Now, the central character, Gatsby. Gatsby is introduced at the height of his power and success at a party, at a grand party, I must say, and is associated purely with pleasure and extravagantly expensive items, expensive things such as throwing parties, driving luxury cars, and going out in a plane. However, we see hints of Gatsby's work. He does some kind of fishy work in the secretive phone calls and references to some kind of gangster activities. Now comes we can say higher middle class person, Nick. Nick is the narrator and one of the less wealthy characters and works in the stock exchange. Now have a look at the female characters condition, female economic status. The highest status female characters in the text do not work, जिसका example है Daisy. और एक और lower class female का example दिया गया Myrtle. Myrtle differs from these so-called high class women in her socio-economic status because that status is much lower, but she is more active in seeking to attain the symbol of wealth. She chooses to become the mistress of Tom. When she is staying at Tom's apartment and using his money, she also seems to be powerful. So basically, the money is something which makes a person powerful. That has been clearly shown in this novel. Now have a look at the couple George and Myrtle. They are husband and wife who are running a gas station and really working hard to earn their living. From a Marxist perspective, the portrayal of George and Myrtle Wilson is a flaw in the Great Gatsby. Fitzgerald is clearly analyzing the American dream and the capitalism which consumes everyone, but by giving this couple such an existence, there is no real moral to the story. If you are poor, you will remain poor, you will die poor. If they were happy, अगर वो खुश दिखाए जाते तो शायद ये एक ट्रूली मार्क्सिस्ट नॉवल होता, बट उनकी रियलिस्टिक कंडीशन दिखाई गई है. दे आर पोर्ट्रेड एज negatively as the rich people with or without money. People are unhappy according to this book. तो लेकिन इस बुक में थोड़ा सा ये दिखाया गया कि ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आपके पास मनी है तो आप खुश भी हो. आप बिना मनी के भी खुश हो सकते हो और मनी के साथ भी दुखी रह सकते हो. दैट इज़ द अल्टीमेट मॉरल दैट वी गेट फ्रॉम दिस नॉवल. Money brings power but not happiness. Now let us analyze Nick Carraway. The Great Gatsby starts out displaying the theme of Marxism almost immediately with the introduction of the narrator Nick when he describes his socio-economic status. और उसी की lines में बोल रही हूँ यहाँ पर exact lines. My family have been prominent, well-to-do people in this middle western city for 3 generations. तो निक इज़ शोन टू बी वेरी न्यूट्रल काइंड ऑफ कैरेक्टर जिसके बारे में हमें ज़्यादा नहीं पता चलता. ही जस्ट नरेट्स द स्टोरी ऑफ गैट्सबी, द स्टोरी ऑफ टॉम, द स्टोरी ऑफ डेजी. So by reviewing this particular novel, we can say in a nutshell that the study of society, its trends and class struggle and class difference is what we call Marxist criticism. Hope this video has been really helpful to you, and you can go through one more criticism which is very important, reader response theory. I'm giving the link here. You can reach to that particular link by clicking over here. Thanks a lot for watching our video and best of luck for your exams. You can join us by calling at the given numbers.